Hello, my friends, and welcome to Wake and Bake with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I go this afternoon for my physical, and I start my job on Monday. So, yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. I'm already dressed, and I am ready to go. I am dressed and ready to go this morning. Yep. Oi, Von Beardo. Hey, Shaza. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? As you can see, I sound a lot better this morning. And yeah, things are just looking better and better. So let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and start with Nick Bravo. He put out a new one. Hey, Blue, how you doing?
Buddy, my name is Stacy, but most of you know me as TJ from the goddamn podcast. I'm here today to
Okay,
show
let me see what
you
that's about.
cooking because now that I've been fired as a sous chef for what happens to be the fifth time in a row here in Orlando, Florida, I figured I'm going to become a YouTube cooking chef person, and I'm basically going to give away all my secrets, all the secrets of how you too can be a mediocre fry cook who passes himself off as a sous chef. That's right. Because it takes a lot of work to be this good looking. And remember, folks, I'm 6'5", 6'5" in heels. But don't tell anyone I wear heels. Especially my girlfriend's heels. That's
Wow.
why I look for women who have the same size feet that I do. I have very tiny feet. Very tiny feet. Just like, think of Trump's tiny hands, but at the bottom of your ankle.
You know, your timing could use a lot of work. Timing is everything. Your timing sucks. Your jokes suck. This isn't funny. This is not even the same zip code as funny.
Ankles. That's what my feet look like because I'm TJ. Now
Thank you, drawing
I
icons.
want to show you some of my one of my signature dishes. One of my signature dishes that I would have the restaurant charge almost $20 for. I was like, that's way too low. I would get into fights with my manager because I'd be like, "Hey, I'm Stacy. I'm a five-star sous chef. You can't tell me that my food is bad." And she'd be like, "No, you stupid fuck. Your food is bad." And I would raise my hand like that, and she'd flinch, and I'd say, "That's right, bitch." And then I had somebody by the name of Officer something or whatever say, Stacy.
You know what? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you're being a jerk. I think that you are making assumptions. And I think that you need to keep your assumptions to yourself. You don't know nothing about that man's life. You don't. I don't know nothing about it. So, why don't you just concentrate on your little neck of the woods and what's going on with you? Because y'all seem to have these lofty plans of moving and everything else, and and it just doesn't seem to come to fruition. It occurs to me that you got your hands full with yourself.
You need to leave the property because you've been fired, and if you don't leave now, you're going to be arrested for trespassing.
And you don't know that neither.
And I said, oh, shit. But,
If
I'm
you
going to
could get
show you one of my signature dishes as a form of revenge because I'm a vengeful little shit who doesn't have anything good to offer anybody except bad food made in a microwave. Now, you might be like, a microwave? I thought people like Jordan Ramsay hated microwave food. I'm telling you, I have no respect for Gordon Ramsay.
you don't have any respect for anybody, fucking Corky. You don't. You don't even respect yourself. Otherwise, this would have been a lot better thought out. And I wouldn't be going at TJ. Nope. And you're so full of shit. You are so full of fucking shit.
Because he's not 6'4" like me. Because I mean, let's look at Chef Ramsay. He doesn't have a
Yeah,
cool
that
mohawk.
is kind of
He doesn't
priceless,
have
isn't it?
cool sunglasses, and he doesn't have a podcast where he gets to swear and cuss. While a couple of mediocre numbskull creationists listen with awe because they think I'm so fucking awesome because I'm 6'7" and have a hot, sexy mohawk. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you everybody how I cook. How I cook. I'm gonna show it to you. And you get the photos. Anyway, that's kind of the story of my life. You take a fall, you get back up again. Um, being be having access to high amounts of meth helps, but not when you're at work. And that was one.
That's slander, sir. That's slander. You don't know that he's using meth. You don't know that. And he doesn't use meth. Who says he used meth? Now, who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that?
One of the reasons I lost my second job as a fry cook. Now, you may be asking,
Hey, Wandering, how you doing?
Stacy, why did your last girlfriend
Morning,
leave you?
Corey.
Well, it's
How you doing,
because,
love?
like my first one that I had a kid with, I basically decided I'm going to do to her what I wanted to do to that manager. So I went like this, and she basically went
Yeah, he
like
does,
that
Corey.
and basically knocked my ass out. And then when I woke up, me and all my stuff was outside. My stuff was in a trash bag, and so was I. Imagine the humiliation. I wake up and I'm in this weird void.
That's a good
I
point.
thought, oh wow.
You know what? TJ's got all his teeth, so I'm fairly certain he isn't doing meth. And as a matter of fact, if you want to accuse anybody of being a meth head, you're the one who doesn't have his teeth. I don't think you're using meth, but meth heads lose their teeth. Just saying.
Wow, what the hell is this? This can't be the afterlife because the afterlife doesn't exist. No. So I tore myself out of the trash bag. Thank God it was one ply. If it was three ply, I
Oh,
would have
nice
never made it out.
wondering.
And
Oh my
it was a really
God.
big bag, and it was really tightly squeezed in.
I bet you are so comfortable now. I'll bet you are. I'll bet you are so comfortable. That makes me so happy. It does. It makes me very happy. Sleeping outside is no good. It is no good. I'm glad that you've got a place now, Wondering. I'm glad you've got a place. You know, we've known each other for years. And this is like epic. This is like epic. This is epic good news. This is better news than if I'd have hit 10,000 subscribers. I'd rather hear this than that I hit 10,000 subscribers. Y'all doing good. See, that's why I do this. Because I like to hear about your lives. I like to hear about you. I don't always respond, but I do believe that I look and pay attention. But this is a lot of the reason why I do this. Just to talk to you guys. I can't wait to talk to you guys in the morning.
There. I'm kind of surprised that all 6'8" of me fit inside a trash bag. I was like, God
Hey,
damn it.
Vivian, how you
Then
doing?
my former girlfriend came out with a baseball bat and said, "You still here, motherfucker?" And I said, oh no. And I ran as fast as I could. And I was like, God damn it. I left my trash bag of shit on her doorstep, which I saw later that she just threw into the garbage. And I was like, no. But that didn't matter because, I was free. I was free to hook up with as many lot lizards and meth-heads that I could. Hot damn. Look at the silver lining because, people sit there and they say,
Oh, thank you.
Stacy, how do you do it all? How do you do it all? You got these women just all like hot and bothered for you, and then they use you and they throw you out because they realize that you're a piece of shit with a tiny dick. And I'm like, as somebody who's 6'3", I just gotta say, sometimes the best people get the hardest battles, and it really is a battle. And I'm going to show you one of my signature dishes. Now,
Wow.
somebody might sit there
Well, I
and
imagine
say,
that would be
I'm going to
jarring.
make butter and herb fettuccine. Now, you might be thinking,
Believe it or not, wandering in my own way, I can relate. I can relate. It is strange once you've moved into one set of circumstances, lived like that, and then moved back. You know, I understand. I completely understand. But I have a feeling things are looking up for you now. And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I couldn't ask for more for you.
Stacy, we got to pull out the huge pot for the boiling of the water and all this other stuff. And what is this, Nick? TJ, get to the point. Ha ha ha. No, no. My point is that I love to listen to myself talk
Nice
because I'm a
cat.
narcissistic fuck. And, this can't be real. Jules, you baby dinosaur, you don't exist. Carrie told me baby dinosaurs do not exist. And I was like, oh shit, what if she's one of my hallucinations? Is it the meth? Is it the coke? Is it the weed? Why am I hallucinating baby dinosaurs? And why are they trying to crawl up my asshole? I don't understand. I mean,
Well, goodness knows there's enough room. Goodness knows there's enough room.
I only sent that one love letter to G-Man as a prank. A prank. I promise I'm not a homosexual. I promise I'm TJ. I'm Stacy. I live in Orlando, land of beautiful women. And when you can't get one of those, you just go to one of the lot lizards or meth heads. Man, okay, let's get started. Now, some people might be thinking, you're going to use a saucepan, right? Saucepans? Fuck saucepans. Not with Mr. Microwave. Mr. Microwave, I love you, Microwave. I love you, Microwave. You're all the cooking appliances that
My
I or
goodness.
anyone else could ever need. You're just so wonderful, Mr. Microwave. So what I like to do, one of my signature dishes, right? That I have restaurants charge $20 for. $20 because that's about the price of a of a used crack pipe or
Insert it. You know what, Corky? You know, you making these slanderous type statements is not cool. And you wonder why people don't like you and why you get slammed constantly. This could be why. This could be why. You think? Just saying. Just saying.
a dirty spoon because it's like you got to use what works. So I use this,
Hey,
right,
sunny
and I'm
side.
like I pour it in here like that, right. I pour it in there, and people are like, damn, that looks good. Doesn't that look delicious? I mean, wow, I can't imagine somebody not wanting to fucking eat this. Then what I do, and people don't realize this, here's what I do. To make the Alfredo sauce creamier, I use marshmallows. That's right. We're gonna fill this sucker full of marshmallows because my name is TJ and I am one of the best sous chefs ever on the face of the earth. And you know what? I will challenge Gordon Ramsay or any other celebrity chef to a cook-off. And my signature dish.
Shit, Corey. Coke's expensive. Hell, if I was to go out and get a gram of Coke right now, that would be fucking expensive. He can't afford Coke. This man can't afford Coke. Can you imagine Corky coked up? Can you imagine this son of a bitch coked up? This guy would be a nightmare. Oh my God, he would get on your nerves so bad. You would want to strangle him. You would. One line of Coke and that would be it. He would be so obnoxious you wouldn't even be able to be in the same room with him.
My signature dish is gonna be the best thing ever. Now hold on, I gotta get a spoon. I gotta get a spoon for this. I gotta get a spoon for this. Now somebody might sit there and say, "But
For
TJ, is
about
that all you
15
do?"
minutes.
Is Yeah, it's pretty much all I do. Mix foods that don't go together and try to microwave it and pass it off as actual food. Now, say you want some meat in this. Say you want a little bit of meat in this, okay? Let's see. What should I pick?
This will be over in about 15 minutes and then I'll play your Von Helton clip. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and play your Von Helton clip after this. But I really do want to get through this.
I know. I'll use some cat food. I'll use turkey feast and gravy. Ooh, that will make the people really, really want to fucking eat it. Oh yeah. Let's get that in there. Holy shit, this is gonna be. You know what? This is gonna be so great. This is gonna be so great. I might have to charge $25 for this delicious thing because oh my goodness, oh,
Cue up colossal waste of food. Now that offends me worse than anything, wasting food. I hate wasting food. There have been plenty of times in my life where I've gone hungry. Wasting food offends me. It highly offends me. It does. Stop wasting food, you dick.
I just can't get over how delicious it looks like. I mean, I could almost eat it dry, but I'm gonna try to sell. I'm, I'm gonna try to sell. I don't talk about dirty laundry on here. Although I will say I haven't changed my underwear in 2 weeks because, it's like I'm a man. Men don't wash clothes. That's women's work. So, well, isn't cooking women's work? You know, I struggle with that sometimes because I'm like,
You know what, wandering? That's crap. You're not a loser. There are circumstances that can get you there. My circumstance was an ex-husband that took everything I owned, except for my car, which is the only thing that was in my name, because I signed everything over to him in the divorce just to get away from him. And he still didn't go away. I even asked him in front of the lawyer. I said, "Does this mean you'll go away?" Unfortunately, he did not.
cooking, being a sous chef is the only thing I can do. It's the only thing that I can do.
Okay.
It's the only thing that I can do. So I mix the
Hey, Sarah Lee, how
marshmallow
you doing,
cat
baby?
food noodles together. I probably added a little too much water, but that's okay because this is something you can do if you have too much water in the food that you're making for other people.
Ugh.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Oh, yes, so good. So delicious. Now I go to my good friend, my best bud, my ride or die, the microwave. And I put it in the microwave. And you're like, how many minutes do you put that in for? Me, I'm gonna put it in. I can't put it in for 20 minutes. What's going on here? 10, 10, 10. Ah, stop. Clear. Mr. Microwave, what are you doing? Oh, I forgot the right buttons. 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Nah, 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 nah. I'm putting it in for 20 minutes. That's right, 20 minutes. We're gonna irradiate the
Hey,
fuck out of
Mercury.
this and make it so fucking hot and steamy and delicious and really mix the marshmallow and cat food flavoring in with the noodles. And then we're gonna charge a grand price of $23 for it because who's gonna say no? Who's gonna say no? My name is TJ Stacy. I am a sous chef. I am a five-star sous chef. $23 for one of my signature dishes is just so far beyond what people deserve. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve me. They don't deserve me because I'm just such a wonderful human being because I'm an atheist.
When I see a homeless person, all I can think of is, God, if it's cold or rainy, God, I hope they've got a place to stay. Or I hope they've got a tent or a way of getting out of it. When we was in the house and we didn't have heat because of the power head being pulled off, I felt fortunate. Do you know why? I had a roof over my head and something to break the wind, a good windbreak, and plenty of covers and animals to cuddle with. I felt bad for anybody who didn't have a house to call their own, because it got to -9 over those 4 days. And if it was that cold for me, if it got to 43 degrees if it got to like 30, 40 degrees in my house, I can only imagine how bad it got out in the cold. I felt more bad for the people who were homeless.
atheist and I have a mohawk and they don't deserve me at all. Certainly they don't deserve all 6'4" of me because, as somebody who's 6'7", I just, I'm heads above the rest, mostly because I hang around Chinatown being a pervert. And then when I see small Chinese people, I chase them and call them quirky, and I say that they're dwarves and midgets and gnomes.
Bull. You are such a little wastoid. You're funnier when you're drunk. Hey, next stream, do me a favor. Drink lots and lots of wine, then follow it up with lots and lots of liquor. Last time, it was freaking righteous and kick ass. It was funny as hell. Yeah, I had to take and put the video on private, but it was worth it just to show you being a dumbass.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I guess I left the door open and a real woman walked in. She's very different.
She wants to know what happened to her toy. Why you're wearing her toy.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm really not TJ, folks. It's me. It's me, Nick. It's
TJ's the
me,
real tall
Nick
guy
Bravo,
that does
Quirky.
the podcast.
I know I tricked you. I tricked you all. Oh my gosh, this thing is sticking down my back. Oh, I had to tape it there. Frig. So.
You're not funny.
I don't read these comments all quite.
Yeah, sometimes I laugh at my own jokes. Sometimes I do. But, at least they're somewhat funny. He is not funny. He is not funny at all. I at least have milliseconds of hilarity. Milliseconds. Which means, not often, but every now and then I come off with a really good zinger. You are a mental furball.
Let's see. This is what it probably will explode. The bulb will explode. Anyway, it is funny. I'm glad you liked it. I'm going to go ahead and go because I do want to get some other stuff done. I thought that was funny. It was an idea that I had. And yes, I got this from one of my old jobs. Thank you. And guess what? I was still 10 times the fucking sous chef that a TJ could ever be. And I mean all 6'3" of him. No, she did not. Gracie kept looking at me weird.
Oh, thank you, Sarah Lee.
Anyway, no, I don't want Sabella to look like a weird meth addict. And if I wanted a meth addict, I'd go after fucking Carrie.
Now, that's not nice either. You don't know that. You don't know that. Slander. Slander, 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 slander. What are you doing, a piss test on her? You seen a piss test? You seen a piss test on any of these people? If I were you, I would shut the hell up. And not worry about it. Because I don't think she's doing meth. You really need to get your shit together. I mean, get it all together. You can't just go around saying people's on meth, people's got diseases, people's this, that, and everything else. You can't. You just can't. And you wonder why people don't like you. You wonder why you're at odds with a lot of people. This could be why. This could be why. Making false accusations and talking out the side of your mouth.
Or Shanny, So yeah, no, I don't want drug addicted bitches in my space. Ah, poor Gracie. Very good, outstanding. I'm glad you all liked it. I am gonna work. I'm not. I no. I'm not. I'm not cooking it for real. God no. It's gonna get basically thrown in the trash immediately. Carrie and Shanny are two little cows that constantly talk with each other, and TJ of the goddamn podcast likes to host Carrie because Carrie is, a step above the typical trailer trash lot lizards. Still not addresses the life she deleted. I don't care. Plus excellent sectioned accommodations. They are. They are. Um, Now I'm going to unbutton my shirt
Please don't.
because I'm going to take it off because yeah, this shirt is actually uncomfortable. But I'm glad you all liked it. I do need to clean up because I did spill quite a few things. Even TJ and Michael was calm and quiet when she talks a little bit about it. You know what? I did my job, and let the chips fall where they may. Don't care. But yeah, see, oh, you should have cheated on Sabella to make it an authentic TJ impersonation. The thing of it is I like life. And I don't think I can come back from the dead. So just saying, yes, Gracie, you can have a marshmallow, but I need to clean the rest of.
Yeah, that woman will find your balls and cut them off. You cheat on her. Yeah, you better keep that little bitty thing in your pants. That woman will take you to task if you cheat on her. You'll be wearing a shiner before you know it.
Of them up so she doesn't fucking gorge on them and get sick. Get sick. Taxpayers are sick of Nick's
Yeah, she
freeloading.
isn't trailer
Well, they're
trash.
more than welcome to cry about it.
Now, I'm going to tell you something. You get this straight and right off your fucking head. I'm the trailer trash. She's not. I'm trailer trash. I've lived in trailers for decades. Decades. So it matters not to me. You can call me trailer trash. You can call me straight up trash. It's true. It is true. But you know something? You won't find anybody that's more honest or tries to be more honest and tries to be straight up with people. I'm very straight up with people. And believe it or not, it gets me a long way in life, Bravo. It does. It gets me a long way in life.
No, you're not eating more than one marshmallow, you silly baby. She's like, oh boy, marshmallow shower. No, Gracie, you don't get marshmallow showers. You get one marshmallow, that's it. Yeah, I grabbed him. I grabbed him. Grab him by the pussy. That's true. That's true. Sabella works so much that her taxes actually offset what I get for the most part. Not entirely. She probably found another one. I think she found another one. So she got two today, which that's wonderful in her mind. IP takes $800. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, oh, Blue! I didn't realize you were in here. I'm sorry. I guess you're just not
Whoa!
that important to me. Oh well. Uh, we're doing very good, and yeah, we're not worried about Carrie's nonsense and TJ's nonsense, and the thing of it is, it is kind of funny because I was just reading a couple of Dickhead's posts and comments, and I noticed Darren was in there reminiscing with him, and I'm like, okay, we got
Exactly.
two old, lonely, cantankerous men who can't keep women happy, both of whom have
Oh, fuck you. Darren is a sweet man. Darren is a sweet man. He really is. Salt of the earth, hardworking. You keep his name out of your mouth. TJ, I'm not up on his situation, but I understand he's hardworking as well. You you've got this bad habit of pointing out where everybody else is wrong, but you can't see anything for yourself what you're doing. Why is that? Why is that? Shit.
a strange attraction to animals. Um,
That's fucked up and that's also slander. You know how much slander you have thrown in this fucking video against TJ, Carrie, and Darren and Blue? That ain't right, man. And that's putting it mildly. That ain't right. I do know right from wrong. That ain't right. That ain't right at all.
maybe they'll get together and leave everybody else the fuck alone. Uh, no, no, I think old weather guy is Blue. I don't know. I probably do have high school trolls. Yeah, I do have color. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the more and more I look at like a lot of these people, how like mentally ill they are. It's like if you're 50 years old and you're still fucking trolling people you trolled in high school, you got some problems. You got some
Now,
problems.
I hate to agree with the Corkster on this one, but he's right about that. If you are in your 50s and you are still trolling people in high school, you are dumb. You're dumb. I don't care. You're dumb. Don't you have better things to do with your life? I mean, shit, for real, man.
But it is. What time is it?
Almost 12.
Okay, we gotta go because we gotta get stuff done and then we gotta go do something today. And hope you've enjoyed that. Feel free to subscribe. Love y'all. And I am going to be trying to get monetization, so I need to get minimum 500 first, and then eventually 1,000. I should do some shots of my Funko Pops. We'll see them all. There we go. You know. There we go. They have been. Unfortunately.
You know what? Corky talks about my crystals and how they're worthless. No, they're not. If you were to sell my crystals, that they would be worth some money. I got some real money sitting out there. Oh, I got a big ocean jasper tower that I paid a pretty penny for. I got lots of really beautiful towers I paid a pretty penny for, especially since I love ocean jasper. Ocean jasper is one of the prettiest stones I believe I've ever seen. That and lepidolite, which is incidentally why this ball is on my desk. It's lepidolite. And it's purple. Sabella, stop liking stuff I like. Sure, I didn't get anything on my jacket.
Fortunately. So yeah. I kind of want to do some like stop motion with these things. But I'm not sure how to do that, but I'm sure there's people so like you'd focus on her and you'd do a voice and she'd be like, you know, Lex Luthor, I kind of hate the guy, but he's got kind of a hot, sexy bald head. I mean, I just don't know what to do about it. And then this one comes and she says, you know, he is kind of hot, but I mean, he's an evil billionaire. And
Okay, Mercury,
this
hang
one
on.
comes along.
Hang on.
Yeah, but just because he's really pissed off, that just might be sexual repression. But, because I think he's an incel, just like some other people. And then Lex Luthor comes. I am not an incel. I promise. I promise. I will prove it to you. I will prove it to you. Yeah, yeah. And then one of them over here comes. Lex, do you want to fuck me? I'll fuck you. Uh, well, not today. I have very, very busy things to do. Oh shit. You know what? That just makes me kind of want him more. I'm such a weirdo. I'm such a weirdo. Isabella is just. That's just sick. They do have. I don't think they have lives. I know one works in a nearby city, but okay. I guess they don't have lives. No, they don't. What are you doing? No, you've had 2 marshmallows. She's sitting there
Don't
begging
give
for
me
marshmallows.
marshmallows. Hey, Richie
No,
Ruggs.
baby, she smells. That's what it is. She smells wet marshmallow. She smells wet marshmallow. That's what she's doing. So I gotta throw that in a plastic bag in the trash. You send suggest. Okay, bum number one. We're not gonna talk about that kind of shit here. No. See, this is one of the problems that I'm gonna be having when I try to change my channel into something a lot better, and emotionally, psychologically healthier and more enjoyable. Is I know I'm still gonna have trolls coming in here and saying weird shit. You lost your wrench bum because you kept saying weird shit that was so off the fucking reservation. It's like, dude, we're trying to have a fun time here. We're trying to joke around. We're trying to goof. We're trying to play. We're just being spontaneous. We're being childlike. And you come in here and you want to start shit with other people and say weird.
You know, there's a difference between being childlike and childish. I'm kind of childlike in that, you know, I have a youthful outlook. While my head is still 35 years old, my body is definitely pushing 60. I still want to do the same shit I did at 30, but it's just not quite working out like that. It's just not quite working out that way. Yep. And these antibiotics are doing their job, that's for sure. They're knocking this shit out. And it's prednisone. Boy, I tell you what, it works. It works. It definitely brought down the, I guess it's inflammation in my throat or whatever the hell's going on with it. But it's really working. It's like I said, I couldn't get myself out of that one. And I tapped out on it and had to go to the doctor. Didn't want to pay the copay. I'm too cheap to pay the copay. That's why I didn't want to go at first.
Sexual shit or weird other shit, and it's like, we're done with it. We're fucking done with it. But then again, it also might be the case that, I want you in here one other time when I was doing a live stream, because this is the new channel. So the new channel, I've only given out a couple of wrenches. So, yeah. Yeah, have a nice day, Anya. Yeah, we gotta get going. So, I like having 20 I like having 20 people in here, but yeah, we gotta get going. And I'm gonna put more stuff up. Anya, we're not gonna have that conversation. No, we're just stop, please. This is why I can't make this is why when you try to make child-friendly comment, it doesn't let you content. It doesn't let you comment. It doesn't. Yeah, I gotta ignore it. That's another thing I gotta do is whenever people go off in comments, I just gotta fucking ignore it, and it's hard to do. But yeah, yeah, because we need to be able to have fun. I want my channel to be a fun place, an interesting place. I'm tired of the fighting.
No
I'm
one really
tired of the
matters but
nonsense.
cats.
If y'all want to go rip each other's throats out, go do it on Carrie's channel. Go do it on TJ's channel. I don't want, No, I knew you had a wrench on the old one, but the old one's gone. I'm sorry. This is not child content, you idiot. I'm saying if I was making child content, there wouldn't be any sexual innuendos or any of the other stuff. So yeah, come on. Yeah, and Teddy Bear, I would suggest if you want to stay in our good graces, don't be going over and interacting with other certain people. So just saying, we do need to get going though. She's starting to get a little,
So he's saying, don't go there. You can't go over and talk to other people if you're talking to me. I don't care if you go talk to Nick. What the hell have I got to worry about? What's he going to convince you I'm a bitch overnight? Hell, y'all already know that. What the hell about I'm a bitch did you not get from the first damn video? From jump.
Anyway, I'm not going to respond to that one. We do got to get going though. So love y'all. Have a nice day. Feel free to subscribe and share and comment. And remember, thumbs up.
Hi, baby.
Fuck you, Corky. All right, let's take a look at some of the comments. Skull scratching comedy, says Grandpa Irv. It might be lice. Take a shower for once. That's what Nick Bravo says. And Grandpa Irv says maybe scabs. Fruity chicken trying too hard is what Fluffles said. I agree. Stacy tries way too hard is what Nicholas Bravo said. Fluffles said, oh, I didn't know you decided to change your name to Stacy. Makes more sense now. And Nicholas Bravo said, are you R-worded? And Fluffle said, well, you're the one in the video, are you not? Crafted Healing just put just face palmed. Crafted Healing, must be hard for you seeing good comedy but not liking the comedian. Nicholas Bravo, comedy? Just my profession, but I see envy and lust over the individual you speak on your so-called comedy sketch. You probably should take a look at how you speak and your actions before you hit the upload button. But you do you. Your lessons are not my lessons. And Nick said, guess you're not a fan of comedy. Feel free to unsubscribe and go back to watching The View. Crafted Healing says, Nicholas Bravo, oh, I love comedy. This just isn't it. I'm going to like that one. See if there's any more. Newest first. A. Graves. This has got to be the most cringed BS I've ever seen. You're literally living in a cinder block Section 8 shithole, laying next to a bald blob. You never had the nerve to try to make fun of someone else. Cry harder. Okay. Now I'm going to show this ocean jasper for Mercury. And then I'm going to move on to this is my ocean jasper. It's not the, it's got the really beautiful colors and the swirling. I paid a lot for it. And I really love it. I've got better pieces that are smaller. But this one is really beautiful. All right, moving on. Here's one from our friend Blue. Regrets at not being an elitist in order to stop the terrorists, Nats, secular, etc.
Someone asked me something on True Social, and I told them something that I personally experienced. Now, to set it up, let me preface that by saying, I was a member of the Young Republicans for years. I was on the Ohio Republican Platform Committee until they added abortion, and then I got up and walked out. So did a whole bunch of others. Excuse me. So I've got a nice, healthy background when it comes to politics. And, they were, at the time...
No, you're an ignorant ass when it comes to fucking politics. You're an ignorant ass. You're even more ignorant than I am. And I'm pretty fucking ignorant. I don't keep up with it. It's too confusing. This person's in favor. This person's out of favor. This person's in favor. This person's out of favor. This person did this. This person did this. This person did this. They have no proof. Screw that noise. I want to know what platform they're running on. I want to know what they're going to do for the country. I want to know what they're going to do for the state. I want to know what they're going to do for my county. And that all gets lost in this muck. So I don't follow it. This son of a bitch here thinks he knows everything. Whereas, I'll just tell you straight up, I don't know shit.
This is before I left the Republican Party. They took me into...
Hey, Todd, how you doing?
This hallway and said, there's a door down there. Go through it. And I'm like, okay. So I walk down the hall and I go through the door and I open up the door. And there was all these congressmen and
How you doing?
senators and foreign dignitaries and uber rich people. And they're all standing around. And of course, when you open up the door, guess what? They all look right at you. I hate that. Anyway, so they all look at me and then they go back to talking to one another. And so I come in and they told me, they said, just hobnob with everybody. I'm like, okay. So, I go and I start talking to these various people. And in the course of talking to them, I find out their absolute disdain for the common man, the average Joe citizen. They look down their nose at the common man as inferior. And I took as much as I could stomach, and then I politely bowed myself out. And it's,
Yeah, Ron. Whatever. And I had an exclusive modeling contract. That's about as big a lie. There's no way either one happened.
and I decided at that point, yeah, that's. Now, what was that all about? Well, I don't know. Was they grooming me to be a mayor, a governor, maybe even a congressman or senator? Who the hell knows? But they were, they had me go in there and start hobnobbing with the rich and famous and the powerful and the well connected. For those of you that don't know, in the interest of full disclosure, my father is a Knights Templar and my mother's Eastern Star.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Right. Sure. Okay. Whatever, bitch. Keep telling yourself that. Go fuck thyself in the ass with a twirling lawnmower. Go fuck yourself in thine ass with a twirling lawnmower.
And so it could very well be that they caught wind of that and, realized that, that gives me an in that most other people would not have because my parents were high level Masons. And I don't know if they were 30 or 32 or 33, but they were high level. And so, that kind of gave me an edge. And I guess that, so yeah.
Hey, Richie Ruggs, how you doing,
and
buddy?
I told this person on Truth Social, I said, I could be like Donald Trump right now. If I'd have stayed in that room and hobnobbed with them people and agreed with them and got it close with them and let them know what my aspirations were and what I wanted to do, which is what I was doing to an extent. If I'd have stayed there, if I'd have just stayed there, man, I'd be like Trump right now. I'd be like, Zuckerberg or Musk or any of these guys. I would be just like them right now. Sure would.
You are such a lying little shit. Main character syndrome all the fucking way with this idiot. Main character syndrome all the way. This guy's an idiot. He really thinks people are going to believe that shit. He really does. If you're going to lie small. Don't come up with these big, huge whoppers.
Sure would. But, it's interesting because my mom didn't take me to Ivy League schools. She let me go to regular schools. And I'm somehow wondering if that was a big mistake. And I'll tell you why. I mean, right now as I speak, there's a man or a woman, but I'm assuming it's a man, named Nats and the Pizza that is illegally recording my Odyssey shows.
No, he's not. He's doing it fair use. He takes the best bits out and, gives us the best bits and leaves all the bullshit out. Because you tend to go and there's pearls in between the you never get to the fucking point until sometime down the road. It takes you 30 minutes to explain something that takes 5.
And is he illegally recording them because, he wants to get a laugh or two? No. He illegally records my videos in an attempt to try to kill me. Him and his buddies have already succeeded in killing my parents. They've already succeeded in driving my poor wife insane, now ex-wife, obviously. And they succeeded in getting my...
You are so full of shit. You're a lying piece of shit. You drove your wife crazy. You stepped over your mom while she was having a stroke for 4 fucking hours, hoping she would die so that you could get her stuff. Your father died of natural causes. Nobody took anything from you, Vaughn. You're just a dick who apparently gets lucky all the damn time. Damn. Take you to the boat. We got a boat here in town. Take you to the blackjack table.
My children taken away from me illegally and adopted out against their...
Liar. Liar. You're a child neglector, child abuser, and just an all-around dick and an animal abuser too.
will. Totally destroying their entire childhood.
You are destroying their childhood. Their childhoods are good now.
These people are fucking evil, and this guy Nats and the Pizza on YouTube is a domestic terrorist. Now the irony is that YouTube don't want to do shit. Google don't want to do shit. Nobody wants to do shit about these damn trolls on YouTube. And in fact, a lot of people now call YouTube TrollTube because of that very reason. Okay, so people like Nats and the Pizza and Secular Opinion and Dr. Dissent and all these other motherfuckers on YouTube make me totally fucking regret not going to Ivy League schools, not leaving that fucking room.
Bitch. You are dumber than fucking mud. You aren't smart enough for an Ivy League school. You're not smart enough to read See Spot Run without moving your lips.
Because to be quite honest with you, I probably should have stayed in there. I mean, I go on True Social. I get called a liar. I get called a Nazi. I get called a communist. I get talked to like a fucking dog. And all I'm doing is trying to help these stupid son of a bitches. I'm trying to help them. And they don't get it. They don't get the fucking memo. And so I really, the more hate that is levied in my direction, the more I regret not staying in that room and becoming a fucking elitist. Yeah, they're snobbish as fuck. But at least they wouldn't be calling me a fucking liar and a communist and a Nazi. And they wouldn't fucking ignore me. They wouldn't put me on block. They wouldn't shadow ban me. Not to mention the fact that I'd have plenty of money. I'd be wealthy. I would be independent. I would be well set. I don't know what they were grooming me for. Got no clue. Mayor, governor, congressman, I don't know. Who knows? But they have me in that damn room for a reason. You can bet your ass on that. And when I encounter people like this and the
You know what? If you were in that room, it's probably as an Illuminati sacrifice, you dumb shit. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't believe in that fucking crap. I don't believe any of that shit ever happened like that. I don't. He is making this shit up. He is making this shit up. They probably sent him in the room to put flyers down or put water on the table or some shit like that.
Trolls on YouTube that literally got on Skype and plotted to destroy my family, my finances, and everything. I have that audio, by the way. That audio was sent to me anonymously. I have the audio where they all went on Skype and plotted to literally destroy a man's family for laughs, for kicks. And then you wonder why I regret not staying in that fucking room or not going to Ivy League schools. And to that end, why didn't my mother and father put me in Ivy League schools? They sure as fuck had the money. There's no doubt they had the money. So why didn't they do it?
You got to have the brain power. You don't have the brain power, son. You ain't near smart enough. I'm not near smart enough. Let's face it, we ain't them kind of people. We ain't them kind of people. You ain't them kind of people. You dumb shit. I know I'm not. Who the hell would want to be with all them snotty bastards anyway? Be treated like shit every day whenever I go in there because I'm poor. Or, well, I was poor at the time. Nah, man, fuck you. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
Well, I suspect good old James Arnold Frost used that fucking MK Ultra shit and manipulated mom and talked her out of it. I'd say. That'd be my guess. I don't know. I wasn't there. But, I mean, it's kind of interesting. You know, my parents are millionaires. Plus, they've got a lot of power and influence in the community. But yet they didn't put me in Ivy League schools. It does kind of make you wonder, doesn't it? You know, and I would like to believe that the common man is good inherently. But the more I get, attacked, especially now that I've lost everything, the more that I get attacked online, especially, it just makes me regret not staying in that damn room. Because, you know, if I had stayed in that room years ago, I guess, I don't know how old I was when that happened. Maybe in my mid-20s, something like that, late 20s. If I just stayed in that damn room, I'd be well off right now. Probably have a supermodel for a wife, probably have a whole shitload of kids. There would have been no trolls because I would have stayed in Ohio. I wouldn't have went online.
You would have had a supermodel for a wife. Ain't nobody touching that corroded pecker of yours. Ain't nobody touching that corroded pecker of yours. Are you out of your fucking mind? I wouldn't trust. I can't think of anybody who would touch that thing. Shanny won't even touch it. I don't know. She might get pretty desperate. She did flirt with Liquid Drag. That guy was pretty nasty.
Because most of these fuckers never go online. So none of this shit with the trolls would have ever happened because I would have never been on the internet. And all of these motherfuckers would have not had a life. Apparently. But yeah, I mean, you know, but the more kickback I get, you know, from just people that act like they know it all.
Like I said 5 minutes ago, this son of a bitch can't read C-Spot Run without moving his lips. So I don't think that he's cut out for Ivy League schools. I just don't think he's cut out for it. I'm not cut out for it. And I'm a lot smarter than he is, but that don't take a hell of a lot. Low bars. Low bars.
And they don't know shit. I mean, look at this gray hair, folks. Okay, I got this gray hair for a reason. It's because I know shit.
You don't know your dick from a hole in the ground.
All right. I've been around the block a little bit.
Blow me. And for our final installment, we got Boglum Chronicles. Boglum Chronicles has all your Cobra needs met on tap. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Come on, little fella, you can do it. See ya, Sunnyside. If you don't want to hear my big mouth over it, this is the place to come. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
You got some Spam. I had 4 pieces there, but the smaller of the 2 got eaten mysteriously. I wonder how that happened. We got some bacon Spam that we fried up. We're gonna stick that back in the fridge.
Yeah!
Now, the bacon I used for our sandwich today is, of course, this stuff. Cherry.
Man, your fucking fridge is gross. I'm messy, but you know what? My fridge isn't gross. It isn't disgusting. I keep my fridge clean because that's where my food is. You keep your food preparation place clean. Yikes. The fuck is wrong with you? But you know what? This guy's stomach is probably made of cast iron anyway, so I don't think that anything's going to hurt him.
Wood thick cut. We have an assortment of ingredients. Now, how did I cook the bacon? I tore 2 pieces into 4 smaller pieces. Cooked it up in that greasy pan with a little bit of country crock original. After I got done cooking the bacon, I fried up 4 pieces of Spam. And the magical combination of seasoning, as always, onion powder, garlic, salt, cilantro, and a little bit of black pepper. Some olive oil infused mayonnaise. Some Jif creamy peanut butter.
Ew!
Some cheddar jalapeno chips. Some gummy snakes. And of course our sweetheart bread.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Oh, no, man. Don't do that to my gummy worms. Don't do that to my peanut butter. Don't do that to Spam. God, I love Spam. You're taking some of my favorite stuff and like fucking it all up. And yes, I know it's all junk. I don't eat it very often. I know it's all shit. I just don't eat it very often. Spam is actually really good once you fry it up. Add some cheese, put it on toast. It's really good. With a little bit of mayo, a little bit of Duke's. Yummy.
And here's our prosciutto. We're going to put 2 packs of that on there. So now we need 2 pieces of bread. Let's start off with that. Stick it in the toaster. Why am I putting gummy snakes and Cheetos on a prosciutto sandwich? Because it'll piss off the internet, and I'm good at doing that. Put that in the toaster. Get our peanut butter ready.
No doubt for you plus tax. No doubt.
The mayo and the peanut butter.
I tell you, oh, for pity's sake. Oh my God. I love Sour Patch Kids. I love Sour Patch Kids. Might want to add that to your summoning circle.
Oh, I accidentally squeezed it all over the plate. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Son of a bitch!
Calm down.
Guess we'll just have to grab and use a different plate to assemble it. Should have been careful. I didn't realize the lid was on there. Wasn't on there all the way. I need a fucking napkin. That's some good looking fried Spam. Sorry for losing it like that. Let's try this again. Perfectly toasted bread. It's not like super burnt, just a light toast action. First we're gonna add some peanut butter.
Ew. This man eats like a fucking toddler. He does. He eats like a fucking toddler. That is just so fucking gross. So fucking gross. I don't get it. And Spam is especially good when you put a scrambled egg with it. Put it on toast with cheese. Yeah, I know that everything but the egg is bad for me. But I don't, like I said, I don't eat it very often. Most of my food is homemade when I cook.
Mayonnaise.
That is way too much mayo. I like a light coat of mayo on my bread. A light coat of mayo. Doesn't have to be heavy. Condiments are meant to complement the sandwich, not be the sandwich. Now, I've had mayonnaise sandwiches before whenever I was poor. Everybody remember mayonnaise sandwiches? Or Miracle Whip sandwiches? When you're poor? Just me? I've had mayonnaise sandwiches. Yeah, it's nasty. But if you got nothing else, what else you gonna do?
Some olive oil infused mayonnaise. Onion powder. Garlic salt. Cilantro.
And I wouldn't put all this garbage on my Spam neither, because the shit's got enough seasoning in it and enough salt in it. I don't add salt to salty food. And then I salt to taste. Yes, I taste my food whenever I'm cooking. All good cooks do, to make sure that it's right. You know, chicken Alfredo sounds really good today. I think I'm going to make some fresh Alfredo sauce.
Some black pepper. And kind of just mix all that seasoning around into our virgin olive oil infused mayo. Kind of mix, ignore the fly. It snuck in from outside. Piece of shit. Got 2 packs of fresh prosciutto. And tear into like chunks. And just stack it on there nice and fresh. Now we're gonna add our bacon. 1 slice there. One slice there. And our fried Spam. And kind of squish that down a little bit.
Way too much pork. Way too much pork. Way too much meat. It's not going to taste good. It's going to taste heavy. And like too much. I don't like too much of anything on my sandwich. I like a moderate amount. Now, when I was fat, I'd get extra. But now I can't stand it. Can't stand it.
Twin snakes, gummy snakes, candies. I tore the resealable seal off, so that's fantastic. We'll put a couple of gummy snakes on here. Look at all these pretty colors. Next we're going to hit that with the mozzarella.
I don't know if it's my semaglutide or or this particular combination, but this is making me nauseous. Just looking at this combo is making me fucking sick. This is disgusting.
I'll, some red onion.
I'll tell you why, Corey. I can tell you why. I can tell you why.
Jalapeno crunchy Cheetos.
He's got to put chips on everything to make it dank. It's for the dankness factor. For dankness. It's got to be dank. You got to make it dank, Corey.
So I was drunk when I came up with this idea for the sandwich, and I thought, you know what, we should make it just to see how it tastes. Well, we definitely made a sandwich. Sure was a pretty looking sandwich.
Look at that dagwood.
And there we have it, folks. Because that's looking interesting. So stop playing with your food, Cobra. I don't think it's called a food hack. No one's forcing you to watch. But again, sorry for losing my channel.
Nah, better not.
Like that.
I'll be right back,
I
folks.
try to execute things perfectly, and it is what it is. What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. Check out the prosciutto sandwich I made with the fried Spam and the onions and the gummy snakes. This was a crazy little sandwich that I made, and I took a couple bites out of it while I was chatting with the fangirl. I gotta say, it's not half bad. Like, the bread might have cracked because I wasn't hungry last night when I made it, but I figured when I got hungry later on today, I would just eat it. Got the deep fried Spam, the bacon, the prosciutto, some gummy worms. Or gummy snakes. They're basically the same thing, it's just a different shape. So you know, I say, let's pour ourselves a little bit of Jack Daniels. And some of that Mountain Dew Code Red Cherry action into our cup of potion goodness. I took a couple bites out of it while I was chit-chatting with the fans. And it literally started to fall apart. And I was like, well, that's typical. And I should save the rest of this for a food review. I should have waited until I did the review to try my first bite of it, but I was hungry and I got this giant ass Scooby-Doo sandwich, inspired sandwich. Okay, let's get my bite of it. The gummy worms definitely throws it off a little bit. Like in a way it works, but texture-wise, it's different. Like right now, this sandwich is legitimately falling apart. I should have eaten this sandwich when it was fresh, but I wasn't hungry, so I let it cool off. And I'm like, I'll eat it tomorrow, whatever, fuck it. Okay, YouTube, so is this sandwich combination a little bit weird? Yes, it's extremely weird. It's bloody beyond weird. Do I care? No, I don't. If you don't like watching Cobra's videos, then why do you watch? That's what I'm trying to figure out. To watch the video of someone you don't like and then complain because his video sucks. I'm like, well, that makes my YouTube trolls fucking idiots, but I digress. Got some strange colors on here from like the gummy worms being on there and shit. I mean, yeah, it's like stacked with like a bazillion calories. And, you know, it kind of fell apart when I was eating it, but, fried spam and mozzarella. Is that, yeah, throwing the gummy snakes on the sandwich. It's a weird choice in like culinary cuisine. My cooking videos are not for everyone, you know. And it's like no one's forcing you to watch Cobra eat like crap. I personally think the sandwich tastes good. I don't think it's that bad. Oh shit, we got a little bit of fried spam with some gummy snakes on it.
Ew.
Okay, the fried spam with the gummy snakes. You got this texture of chewy and gummy and salty and sweet. It's interesting. That fried spam is incredibly salty and those gummy worms have a little bit of sweetness.
Gross. Well, that wraps it up for me for right now. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me this morning. You guys rock. I don't care if you were here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. Now, y'all take care, and I'll see you this afternoon for Afternoon Bake Off. Bye. Peace.